Time now for Monday Evening Quarterback, looking back on the football weekend it was and what's still to come. Joining us once again is ESPN analyst and former NFL head coach Herm Edwards. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time, as always. Let's start with the college matchups. Preseason 1 and 2, Texas and Penn State both lost matchups that they were supposed to easily win due to quarterback woes and have dropped from the top 25 rankings. Is this season turning into one of inflated quarterback expectations?
I don't know that so much. I just think this is college football in a nutshell. I was fortunate enough to coach in college football, and you have young people that play this game called football, and you never know the emotions of your football team. Obviously, if your last name is Manning, there's a lot of pressure on you, right? He's still a young quarterback, and I think he's got a lot of room to grow. But we get all involved. It's a week-to-week thing when you watch a football game. And as soon as you think you're pretty good, all of a sudden somebody hits you in your nose and you go, well, maybe we're not that good, right? That's just part of it.
And it was an eventful weekend for sure in the NFL. There are now no undefeated teams left after both the Bills and my Eagles lost over the weekend. Buffalo ended their 26 home game winning streak, which is an NFL record, by the way, after losing to the Patriots thanks to several turnovers. And Philly blew a 14-point lead to fall to the Broncos after a game-winning field goal late in the fourth quarter. Should either team be beating themselves up after coming up short?
Well, I think if you're Philadelphia, their first 4 wins, you were scratching your head and going, how did they win these games? Because they weren't connecting. They weren't clicking on offense. And it showed up this last week. They didn't have balance. All of a sudden, they became a passing team. When Saquon Barkley only touches the ball 6 times as a runner, that's never a good number for him, right? And then you made light of it. The Eagles had a lead, and all of a sudden, it got away from them. And so this is probably a good check for the Eagles. Okay, we lost a football game. It's okay. Not a division game, not a conference game. We'll be okay. And from here, they've got to build on it.
And Flavio, my floor director here, long-suffering Jets fan, poor guy. Oh. Also another tough weekend. They're still winless this season after getting steamrolled by the Cowboys yesterday. What changes do they need to make to get some offense going?
Well, look, it starts with the quarterback, obviously, and I'm not blaming it all on the quarterback, but it really starts with him. And look, they have what they have. You don't get any new players. You're not getting any new coaches. They got to figure it out. And it's tough when you get off to a start like this. You got a new head coach. He's trying to implement discipline. He's trying to implement a cohesion of a football team. These guys got to win a game, because here's the problem. When you start losing games, after a while, you don't think you can win a game. So they need to win badly. And that'll get more energy with the players and obviously the fan base. The fans didn't expect a lot out of them this year, but I didn't expect they'd be 0-5 right now.
And rapid fire for tonight's game that's just about to get underway. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who's your pick tonight?
Well, I'm going with the Chiefs, right? This is a big game for the Jaguars, by the way. It's a big game. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars, they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. This is normal for the Kansas City Chiefs. They play good when the lights are really bright. So until Patrick Mahomes loses to Jacksonville, which he has not done in his career, I'm going with the Chiefs.
And what's the biggest surprise of the season so far?
Oh, I think the Colts. I think the Indianapolis Colts are playing good football. No one anticipated that, right? You say the Colts, you say, oh, the Colts? Yeah, the Colts are playing really good football, offensively and defensively. There has been some surprise starts by some teams, but there's a lot of football left. That's what I love football. Every week, there's a different emotion, right? There's a different emotion. Look, I'm invested in Texas. I have 2 daughters at the University of Texas.
Oh, that's right. You're writing those checks to Texas.
Yeah, so I'm hooking them horns, and I'm going, come on, boys. We got to figure this thing out.
All right, speaking of Texas, because there is some Manning royalty there, of course, I had the chance to talk with Eli Manning and Glenn Powell about their new series on Hulu, Chad Powers, where Powell disguises himself to see if he can get onto a college team. Eli had this to say about how the new name, image, and likeness rules have changed the game for walk-ons. Let's take a look.
We wanted to do a show on walk-ons and just the history of walk-ons, the importance around college football. And so now, walk-ons are kind of becoming a little less important or relevant just with NIL and everything going on. And someone came in that was actually worthy of making the team. Would they recognize that, or are they just kind of going through the motions?
You think he's right, Coach? Would you give walk-ons a chance these days if you were coaching a college team?
Absolutely, and I did coach a college team at Arizona State, and we had some walk-ons make the team. But not only do they make the team, they were given scholarships. How about that? They were given scholarships, and that is big for your football team. When a walk-on guy comes on and he earns a scholarship, you should see the adulation and the joy from all the other guys on the football team. So this needs to be done. This is part of college football.
Coach Herm Edwards, well, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.